We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV. This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today. What they've done is they have a tip-off provision that requires New York's DMV commissioner to promptly inform any illegal alien when a federal immigration agency has requested their information. So think about the men and women in law enforcement behind me. That's basically, that's not basic. It's tipping off an illegal alien, and it's unconstitutional. And that's why we filed this lawsuit. And that's why we charge Mark Schroeder, too, because he runs DMV.
So another episode of Democrats Putting America Last. This recent video, as you saw from the intro, that today the DOJ decides to sue New York Governor Hochul, Kathy Hochul, and New York Attorney General Letitia James over licenses for illegals. New York have chosen to prioritize illegals over American citizens. And that's the only way we can explain any of this stuff. As I already explained numerous times on this channel, I think a lot of people are already tired. But it's for the new people who are here. This is how much illegal immigration costs US dollars every year. $150 billion to maintain them in this country. And New York is actively getting in the way by tipping off illegal immigrants, making it more costly for ICE to do their job. Because this is what American voters, sorry, my son's in the back. This is what a majority of American voters actually voted for. And this is why the Dems' unfavorability ratings at the low. Like, you want to pretend that you're going to do something about the border, but you have FBI agents leaking operations as ICE is doing, making it fail. For what reason? Why are you protecting illegals? And it all goes down to politics. I already explained on this channel numerous times that a lot of these agencies are overwhelmingly dominated by leftists, by Democrats. And recently, I forgot to make a video on this, but Trump removed all the DOJ charges against Eric Adams. And I think this is a play to really further the prosecution that he has about Letitia James and Kathy Hochul. And I think it's a smart political play by Donald Trump.
The great men and women in law enforcement standing behind me today, they must be protected. And anytime anyone leaks or tips off anything regarding a pending investigation, that jeopardizes lives. You're telling a bad guy what's about to happen. It could jeopardize the lives of all the men and women in law enforcement. We will not stand for it. We will find you. We're going to investigate it, no matter what agency it came from. We don't know for certain. We have an open investigation, so I can't talk about it in detail, but we will do everything in our power to hold you accountable, and it is a crime, and you will be prosecuted when we find you.
All right, we're going to now look at Pam Bondi and some of the reactions from the mainstream media, Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo. I've been liking their segments a lot. I think they give a good representation of how many Americans could interpret what's going on overall. And I also think this is part of a bigger political puzzle that Donald Trump is essentially trying to piece together, that he's trying to get illegal immigrants out of New York, and he sees Eric Adams as an avenue. That's possibly why he did a pardon, or he dropped the charges from the DOJ with some conditions. I think one of the conditions has to do with what Pam Bondi is doing currently in New York. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction to this discussion.
Trump wants to get Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. That's what this story is all about. Nothing else there. He went after Illinois because he wants to get Pritzker. Hates him. And the way to do that is to deny the states of Illinois and New York the federal grant money. The New York Post reports today $8 billion is going to get held up by the Justice Department that would have flowed into New York State, which is running an astronomical deficit here. Okay? So
in the grounds of politics, this is a smart move by Donald Trump, but also This is one of the reasons why people elected Donald Trump. The Democrats, and this is the funny part about their messaging and why it kind of backfires. The Democrats try to put out this warning, oh my God, Trump's only running for revenge. He's running for revenge. And American people made a political calculation. They're saying, Trump, you essentially exposing that Trump has an incentive to actually go after these people who are doing things that is not in the interest of the American people. Sign us up. I already showed you. Illegal immigrants are costing us $150 billion. Taxpayer money is being used to keep these people here. And also, I point out how, hey, look, illegals are political pawns in the game that Democrats are trying to play for political dominance, because they know illegals, if they're given the ability to vote, will vote Democrat overwhelmingly at a 70% clip. So if you want mass amnesty for a group that happen to vote for you, if you give them a chance 70% of the time towards your party, how can any rational voter not see that as just you're defending them for political reasons? You're seeing us spend $150 billion in keeping them in our country as money well spent to keep you in power. And that's the calculations many Americans have done. And effectively, Democrats don't know this, but how I see it, Trump works for me. Trump is our bulldog because we tried the nice. We tried playing nice with you. We gave Joe Biden 4 years. He didn't do nothing with it. So Donald Trump's our bulldog, right? And we know he has extra incentive to come after you. We let him loose on you. And you're getting mad. Oh my God, we're getting mangled by Trump. Oh my God, Trump is politically prosecuting us. You did the same thing to him. You're just mad that he's doing it, and we're actually behind him on this one. Because he's doing something saying, hey, look, I'm going to get my political revenge. This is me speaking as Donald Trump. Here, America, I'm going to get my political revenge, but here's how it benefits you. And this is one thing people love about Trump. Trump don't BS you. Hey, I want Greenland. I want Greenland because I think it's a strategic avenue to protect America. And we're like, okay, we see where you're going with this. Yeah, I think you're making a good case here. Oh yeah, Chinese is running those waters. That the ice cap is melting, which was going to open a new trading route for us. Yeah, maybe we want Greenland because Denmark don't have the ability to defend Greenland from China if China decides, hey, let's Taiwan this place. Let's try to take it over. This is the honesty that Americans can appreciate. One thing America don't appreciate is people who's trying to deliberately mislead us. And that's how Democrats are coming across in every messaging they put out, every slogan, every jargon they put out, constitutional crisis and all this stuff. All the constitutional crisis means is you did something that they didn't like. That's all it turns down to. All their little messaging, that's all it turns down to. But I digress. Let's continue with the segment.
The easiest way to do this is to file civil suits against the governor and the attorney general. Then the question was, why is the mayor of New York left out? Because he doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. Trump wants to get Letitia James. Hochul is just an ornament. Doesn't have any bad feeling toward Hochul, Trump. But Adams, the deal that was made, I don't know what Adams is giving Trump. I have to tell the audience up front. I don't know, and I don't use anonymous sources, but I have gotten call after call after call that said, and all of these people have agendas who are calling me. They all have agendas, all right? And they're saying that Adams knows where the bodies are buried with James and Bragg. Just throwing it out for your consumption. I'm not reporting it to be true, but it kind of makes sense, right?
Well, it's kind of weird that, like, you can say he has no power, but he's in charge of the city. And when they went after Pritzker in Illinois, they named Chicago and they went after the mayor. Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're going after the city of Chicago, you name the mayor.
No, Johnson and Adams have no power whatsoever. None. They do what they're told to do. The real power lies in the state legislature. Now, in both Illinois and New York, the state legislature gives the big middle finger to Homeland Security. Because blank you, maybe Anderson Cooper could articulate it a little more than I am by using some vernacular, but that's what's happening. And the Trump administration knows that these mayors,
they're essentially figureheads, right? Let's call a spade a spade. They serve the interests of the legislator because, in the day, their whole careers are decided on what the legislator does, right? The legislator will be like, oh, we can campaign against you. It's political collections. And all be all is that Democrats, how can you justify your defense? Like, let's be real here. It's a two-way street. If you prosecute Trump, what does America get out of it? Nothing. All you're doing is blatantly trying to stop Trump because he's your political opponent. That's it. There's no win for the American people there. You try to make these symbolic wins. Oh, look, we stop a tyrant from getting power. But that's just an excuse. But there's no rational benefit that the American people get out of you. Well, Trump in the other case, why are you going after Letitia James? It looks like you're just trying to get backs. Trump will be like, yeah, I can see why you think I'm getting get backs, but here's how it benefits you. They're protecting illegals. Why are they protecting illegals? Do you know these illegals costing you guys money? Look at your budget, New York. You're running off of a shortfall right now. And Letitia James is making the problem worse. Look how much illegals take out of your budget. $150 billion. Not, they took over like what, 23? I forgot the numbers already from New York. Someone in the comment section will remind me. I think it was around 20 billion, but it's billions with a B out of your deficit. That could have been gone for you. They had to cut the NYPD budget. They had to cut budgets everywhere else just to accommodate illegals in your country. And you're a sanctuary city where they're tipping off people from avoiding ICE, which has majority support in the American population. How's that serving your interest? Should I not go after Letitia James? And American voters are gonna be like, yeah, I think you should go after Letitia James because she's obstructing justice. She's obstructing the law. She's going against what the people want. And this is the games Trump played. This is literally what Trump do. Go where the 80% is and make his case from there. Hey, she's in the way of mass deportation. You voted me in to mass deport these people, no matter where they are, no matter if they're in a sanctuary city or not, and they are getting in our way. And every rational American is going, yeah. And the fact that you're saying, oh, it's political, this is why Trump is doing it, it gives us even more belief that he will do it because, oh, you have an incentive to go after her. You have an incentive to hold up your end of the bargain. Okay, I'll put you in there. This is why I say, if you take morality out of it, Democrats lose. This is why they always do this fake pretend of virtue signaling, and this is why it's falling flat. Because when Democrats do this pretend virtue signaling, you find out they don't even buy by the virtue they pretend and hold other people accountable to. Like I said, two-way street.
This is like the utility infielder on the New York Yankees who plays maybe 3 innings a week. These guys have no power. They do what they're told to do. The big power is Newsom in California, and Newsom's next. Hey, Gavin, they're coming for you. Pritzker's going to get destroyed, and Trump will bring down, and I'm going to predict it here, he will bring down Letitia James and Alvin Bragg because they went on a crusade to destroy him. And President Trump is not a forgiving man.
Damn, that sounds like karma to me. But let me know your things. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Trump shouldn't do this? Honestly, I think Trump should do this, right? Other than all the political rationalizations I gave you, it's in line with American interest. I think it's already built in that Trump will do this, right? And it's not like he's making up trumped up charges like Letitia James and Alvin Bragg was doing. He's actually like, look, they're validating this letter of the law. This is how it's costing you Americans. Let me go after them. Let me at them. Let me at him. The American people, we're holding Trump back. We're like, no, Trump, no, don't get him. No, let me at him. Let me at him. I think it's warranted. I'm fully supportive of this, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't punch somebody. This is what I'm saying. The Democrats, y'all some crybabies. You can't hit the guy, and then when Trump gets up, dusts himself off, and he getting ready to hit you. Oh, we should stop weaponization of the DOJ. No, it don't work like that. You get a hit in, I get a hit in. Fairness, right? Right? I thought we were about fairness. You invent laws. You created laws out of thin air to get Trump on something. You go beyond the statute of limitations just to allow a woman to sue him, and then in a majority Democratic state, he gets found guilty. That don't look political to you? Now you want to worry about optics. Yo, the media, y'all done. Liberals, bro. I haven't seen an ass whooping this bad in years. Y'all barely beat Trump 2020. And then he mollywops you 2024? It showed me Democrats got lucky in the 2020 election. That's just my thing. Too many things went their way. That's how I'm going to take it. Democrats, you got lucky. You're not a competent party. You just got lucky. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. Share the video if you feel so inclined. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.